people forget that at that time Hitler was virtually unstoppable. He was going through countries like cheese. America built the Empire State Building in just 1 year. Believe it or not, in 9 months. Can you believe that? They say a wall is medieval. Well, so is a wheel. A wheel is older than a wall. The wheel is older than the wall. You know that?
During a heated phone conversation with Canadian Prime Minister.
It's the start of week 25 on this vlog series, and I think I'm calling it quits on the vlog. 25 weeks is pretty impressive, and I think it's a nice, good milestone number. I'm going to switch to more of a personal documentary, so I'm going to be documenting myself, but kind of increasing the production value a little bit more. So less of this handheld stuff, and I'm going to switch to more of my professional gear and try to create more documentary style videos. Same content about the business, my thoughts on kind of change management, communications, marketing, the story of 1980 and how things are going. But I'm going to switch to just a more a different production schedule, so I'm not pressuring myself to deliver every week. I'm not sure whether it'll take 2 weeks, a month, what's the right cadence, but I definitely know for this vlog I spend about an hour editing it a week, which is very little. So I'd like to get to a point where I'm doing something that requires 8 to 16 hours of editing. So that's a very detailed project, and we're doing 4K. All right, I'm working on a project, and this is my remote setup. I'm not at my home studio right now, so this is the general setup that's happening right here. Got my laptop and iPad Pro. They're both independently separate, but I can use it as a dual screen setup, and it works very well. So this is the general setup. I'm gonna put my head down, do some spreadsheet work, and get some work on.
I have been in a creative fervor with some of partners, a variety of partners, trying to figure out how to iterate on some of these experiments and the possibilities that I sense.
All right, hey guys, I wanted to kind of do an update on my Fuji camera slash Zhiyun Weeble Lab combo video. It's been a while since I've done an update, and I have not actually been flying this gimbal for a while because I've been using my camera handheld. Now, I'm going to show you just a few limitations on the previous version of what I was doing, and then we'll go through what I think is a new iteration for me. First off, I am now using the Rode NTG mic. I think NTG something. It's kind of the replacement for the Wireless Go, or Wireless Mic Pro. Love this mic, USB-C. It works for just a lot of different options. and it has a gain setting in the back. Really, really cool mic. Now, in my old rig, what I did was I had my Weevil Lab camera mounted on top, and I used a side handle to just give me an extra grip. And the reason I used the side handle because I needed the cold shoe so I can get the mic on. So there's the rig. You have a microphone that's in the space here, side handle. One of the downsides of this is if I ever did go to underslung mode and I held it kind of like this, what happens is this mic points down and I'm getting audio of the ground and not of the subject itself. So the limitation is in this mode, I can only film straight ahead, but I can't do the underslung low mode. And so I want to abandon this handle. And before I do that, I just want to also call out, I did get the small rig wooden handle that does fit in here for the underslung mode, or you can just simply remove and put the tripod attachment here back and forth. There's a couple options. This is a more air quote permanent mount. But I'm going to put this aside for now, and let's see how simple we can get this new build. Right. Okay, here we go. This is my permanent Fuji camera over here, so I don't have my second camera to do a 2-film setup, but we will just work with that, all right? I hope you guys are patient with me on that. So let's unbuild this rig. Let's put the mic aside for now. And I'm going to get rid of this handle. So right now the handle is mounted to this 1/4-20 thread at the bottom. The handle has one of these flathead screws. So, and I got Small Rig also makes one of these multi-tool adapters, which have been just a blessing, I think. So I'm going to take that. And let's remove this component down here. There we go. And of course, we're in COVID, so there's a phone call happening downstairs. So there's a little bit of background noise, but we will just hang out and chill out. Okay, so this can go away. I'm going to put this aside. I think I might not carry this around because it's just, I want to go to a minimal modes. I'm going to get rid of this. So let's put the rig up. So now I'm screwing the included tripod as part of this setup. So now I got the gimbal just as is. And so let's do a little bit of a build on the camera side, and let's play around with this. I'm gonna have to rebalance this so you can get to watch me rebalance. So here's my Fuji X-T3. I don't have the 4 because COVID and got no money, but that's okay. This is the Small Rig mounting plate. I picked this one because, one, it allows you to put on counterweights, which I don't need at this time because I'm using the Fuji 16mm lens and it's fairly light. But one benefit is it has kind of this cheese grate over here with a bunch of 1/4-20s. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's see, I'll put it up here so you can see it. This is the Ulanzi PT-3. It's just basically, it's a cold shoe mount. It's on this side and has a 1/4-20 thread that goes over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put undermount my camera or my microphone on the bottom. So give me a second. And I found just the right 1/4-20 slot. What you want to make sure you find the optimal balance for your setup. And I'll show you what this looks like. All right. So there's the camera. And then cold shoe mount is now on the side at the bottom versus at the top, right? So traditionally I have mounted mic on top. Now mic will be on the side. And we'll talk about why I'm doing that after I get the mic mounted. So a few things you always want to do is just continue to tighten things down, ratchet it down to get it tight, but not break it. I have broken 1/4-20 threads before. Not fun. Okay. So one thing to know is the Rode NTG mic, the cold shoe is a little slippery at times. I might, I don't know, put some sort of sealant or something there to keep it from popping out, but I'm going to just ratchet that down. I'm going to plug it into my mic adapt plug, my camera, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of wire cable management to get this lined up. So here's the setup now. Let's see, I'll move it around so you can see the back. And so camera is going to sit flush, mic is on the side, and I made sure that the microphone doesn't interfere. This is a fairly wide angle lens, and so I just want to make sure the mic doesn't show in frame. And the reason for putting this on the side here is when I get this mounted on my gimbal, so now the mic is in plane with the camera, so as the camera moves around on the gimbal, the microphone will always continue to point forward in the right direction where the camera's going. So huge change from side handle where the mic was always pointing forward. Now the mic will point in the direction of where I'm filming. And so what this has now done is I have completely thrown off the balance because I put a weight on the side and everything's going to be out of balance. So let's rebalance the gimbal. It's not always one of my favorite things, and I don't always remember the exact procedure, but hang tight for a sec. You can watch me fumble through this, and maybe it will give you some ideas on how to mount the camera. So first thing, I think what I like doing is getting this to sit forward. And if you're a gimbal professional, feel free to leave a comment. It seems like it wants to be, my camera is now very back heavy because of the mic. Oh, that sucks. Let's see, I might want to move the mic forward a little bit. Okay, and I'm back. That took a little bit more time. I think what I ended up having to settle on is I cannot get it to balance this way because it's now overweight on this side. I could, I think, get a counterbalance weight that Small Rig does sell, but I'm just going to run the gimbal a little hard because I can handle it, right? So here's the now updated setup. The microphone is now on the left, and watch as I move. Let's see, I'm going to point the camera down a little bit, and so now the camera's pointing down, and the mic's down. If I'm on, ooh, it's getting a little heavy. But let's switch to underslung mode and see if the camera or the motors can handle underslung mode. So I'm putting this right here. Whoa. Looks like I'm killing the motors. Axis lock. Let's see what's going on. Forgot to unlock one of the axis. And so the gimbal does not like that. It keeps from burning out the motor, and that's okay. All right. So holding the camera in underslung mode, and now I'm filming like this. Look at that. The mic is pointing in the right direction. I have clearance, and I can pretty much film this entire way. Now, I think this mode is, until I get a counterbalance, it's going to put a little bit of strain on the motor, but I'm going to just accept that as part of the setup. Hey, let me know what you think. This might be my setup for a while I switch back into doing more filmmaking, and I'm excited just during the pandemic to be doing more creative projects. This is going to be the setup for a little bit, and as I end this video, let me show you just one more thing. I'm going to turn this off, and I expect this to kind of tip over a little bit. So I'm going to there we go. It tips over. So I'm okay. I just got to make sure either you can lock it. So let me, sorry how awkward this is because I don't use gimbals enough to, okay. And the cool thing with We Will Lab or We Will S, whatever the latest one is, has a lock. Okay, so all the locks are on. So the whole setup is somewhat fixed, and I can carry this around, get to my next location, and turn everything on. Hey, it's Wednesday, lots of cool stuff happening this week, and I'm going to end this vlog series a little bit early and just finish the production. I did a setup rig. I'm going to switch to the gimbal. What that means is I am going to do some more higher end video production, getting away from vlogging. Who knows, I might get back to it at some point just to document the process, but I think I'm going to move to somewhat higher production filmmaking, just to push myself to that next level. So this is vlog 25. I thank you for joining me. If you've been watching the entire series, definitely let me know. I'd love to send some awesome gifts for you. Other than that, I am going to call it success, because 25 vlogs over 25 weeks, pretty impressive for me. I'm excited to switch to kind of some better storytelling using this equipment and really pushing the envelope. So I'm going to film in log, if you know what that means. I'm probably going to try to potentially even film in 4K, again, if you know what that means, and really amp up my production value and spend quite a bit of time on the edit to push the envelope, to push what a non-filmmaker, a non-professional, it's not my full-time job, how far can I push myself? Can I get that to that level? And once I'm at that level, the question is, can I get to, I don't think I want to be a filmmaker, but I do want to see if I can bring this skill set into the work that I do. Thanks for joining me along. You are awesome. Give me a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And we will continue this journey with the next one.